Okay, keep in mind, this is coming from a guy who has no college degree, never spoken to a scientist, and nearly failed biology in high school. What I say in this video is strictly from research, personal experience, and theories. Humans are typically not something you would compare to lions, tigers, and bears, oh my, but we do have something in common. We are all apex predators. But those animals have sharp claws and teeth and speed. We don't have those. Okay, granted. We don't have razor-sharp teeth, or razor-sharp claws, or lightning-fast speed. But I'll tell you what we do have, and it's better than all of those. We have our intelligence. Our intelligence outmatches all of these animals, and almost every animal to ever exist. How do you think we got here with automobiles and phones? Intelligence is the greatest weapon anybody could ask for. Sure, intelligence isn't as sharp as teeth or claws, but as somebody in the Game of Thrones book series once said, a sword is only as good as the man who wields it. We use spears and bows as weapons because we used our greatest weapon to make a weapon that will be more deadly and effective than any animal could ever dream of having. We have the greatest weapon in the animal kingdom. Dolphins can't catch up to fish very easily, same way humans can't catch up to a deer very easily. So how do dolphins eat? They use their brain power. They use different techniques, such as mud nets, when they stir up the sea floor with their tails to create a cloud that fish can't escape. They'll use a technique called strand feeding, where they force the fish up close to shore, where they'll have nowhere else to go. They'll even use sharp shells and rocks as tools to spear fish. Orcas also have a technique where they push waves onto icebergs to wash seals off and eat them. Even some chimpanzees have learned how to make spears without human help. All of these animals don't have weapons like claws or speed, but they use their intelligence and brains to make a weapon. We use these tools because we have used the best tool ever to make them: brain power. Forrest Galante, one of the most well-known zoologists in the world, and who I'm a huge fan of, by the way, you can learn a lot from him, subscribe to him on YouTube, even said in this interview video that humans are, in fact, natural predators.
The more likely one is that it's a defensive, aggressive attack. And what I mean by that is, say this is a sow, a female, and she has a couple cubs nearby, she will absolutely attack to defend her cubs. She thinks you're another big predator, and you are. As human beings, we're apex predators.
I also have an unshakable belief that humans are born with an instinct to hunt and kill. You see, I'm a hunter. Every time I stalk up on an animal and pull back my bow, I get a unique feeling that I cannot get from anything else that I do. I can't even describe it. It feels right. It feels natural. If I walk up to an animal without intention to kill him, I don't get that same feeling. I'm not sure what else that could be except instinct. And if I haven't convinced you yet, don't worry. I'm not done. Yes, we actually do have tools that are a part of us that could have aided in hunting. Like, for example, our forward-facing eyes provide us with binocular vision and could have aided us in spotting and hunting our prey. Yes, gorillas and many herbivorous animals have this trait, but our bodies do not match these apes' bodies. For example, gorillas have much longer intestines, which could aid them in their high-fiber diet. Most apes and herbivorous animals can digest cellulose, which they can then use as protein. We also have color vision, which, yes, apes do have that too. And yes, they could have been used for finding ripe fruits, but it could have also been helpful with tracking animals by blood trails. Yes, Humans are omnivores, so our eyes could have been used for looking for plants as well as animals. Which brings us to another one of our tools, which we have, which is our fingernails. Yes, apes have fingernails, but ours are much more wide, long, and prominent. They could have been used for prying open fruit, as well as gripping smaller animals like fish, rabbits, and small game and insects. And if I still haven't convinced you, don't worry. I'm still not done. Did you know that humans actually played the main part in the extinction of the dodo? The dodo bird is an extinct species of flightless birds that could have been found on the island of Mauritius? Mauritius? Mauritius.
Yes. Mauritius.
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 Mauritius, okay. They can be found on the island of Mauritius. They didn't go extinct until the 17th century. Ironically, 100 years after the island was discovered by humans. Granted, they had no predators on that island before us, so a species of flightless birds that evolved to be slow and dumb wouldn't be a huge challenge for a group of colonists to wipe out. But there's also a study that shows that humans could have played a big role in the extinction of the woolly mammoth. And it's pretty interesting, and I would recommend reading it. Link is in the description. But there's no doubt that humans hunted and killed mammoths and early species of bison and other animals. And we know this because we can see scars and cut marks on mammoth bones where tools may have been used to skin and gut mammoth carcasses. They even used a technique where they forced game off of cliffs, similar to how dolphins force fish up on the shallows to hunt. And my final argument, but definitely not the least important one, B12 pills and protein shakes don't grow in the wild. Thank you for watching.